Hi, how you doing? You guys having a wonderful day? I just decided to just up in a little bit because I'm at school still and I'm marking some papers and I said why not just use the moment to just um, speak with you guys, all right? So I know I said before that I had an experience with my apartment when I just came up. You would have seen the shorts concerning that with the flooding and all of that. And I want to talk about that, like being in a new country for a small portion of time or small time and having to deal with a flooding situation is not for the weak. I tell you, if I hadn't have had many experiences before, this would have broken me. I mean, really, really broken me. So it was October 5th. I knew I went to church in the morning, and I was at church and feeling all nice and dandy and all of that. And I came home, and when I came home, I slept in the day, which is something that I don't normally do. I do not normally sleep in the day. It's a one-off thing. I have to be forced in myself. But I came from church and I slept in the day. And being the person that I am, I'm going to be doing schoolwork. So there I was doing schoolwork up to a late time, deciding to go to my bed, and went to my bed. Whilst in my room, all I heard was some sounds behind me, like I was listening. This is not rain, obviously, because based on how my apartment is situated, my room is facing towards outside. So that's where, if any sound should be coming from, that's where the direction in which it should be coming from. And it wasn't in that direction. It was actually in the background, which is closer to another apartment, so it was impossible. And I heard the sound. I came out, and then when I started to see the water coming out of the roof, I was frantic. Like, uh, I don't know what to do. I am here in a new place. I don't have any family. I don't know what to do. It's like I rushed outside because I didn't want to get electrocuted inside of the building. So I rushed outside, and then when I rushed outside, I saw persons coming down from the upstairs apartment. That was when I discovered that it was actually the apartment that was upstairs me that got flooded out. Um, so the person was saying that, oh my god, they were running all up and down. No, mind you that they are Americans and they know how the system runs and they can get themselves together and all of that, but I didn't know what to do. And then the person, or the lady upstairs, she said that there is an emergency personnel on property, so I'm going to get him. No, it was like about 10 minutes after that person came to my apartment, and he said that they called for emergency personnel to come inside of my apartment. And when they came inside of my apartment, I mean strangers, like after 12 to 1 in the morning, when they came inside of my apartment, they were all there trying to get water out and all of that. I slept the night with my door closed with total strangers in my apartment. No, the following day I went to the leasing office and I wanted to know how am I going to get situated, and they are saying that my renter's insurance should be dealing with that. No, I do not know anything about any renter's insurance. Like, uh renter's insurance, what? I know I'm paying renter's insurance, mind you, but I don't know how to go about the process. I'm new here. And they say that renter's insurance should be covering you being situated on the place, and that's why you pay renter's insurance. Mind you, it was just a few days that I'm in this apartment. I have never rented an apartment in this country before, so I am not familiar with the process, right? So I was there. I didn't know where to go, who to call. And that's one of the things that I need to do a video regarding my experiences so far being in this country, teaching. I am telling you that for persons who are interested in coming, you need to be aware, because there are some things that are going to take you off guard, and if you are not careful, it might drive you insane. I tell you that. Myself, now where was I? The intercom was going to make noise, so I had to stop. So I'm telling you that it's a lot dealing with moving to a new country and experiencing these things. A lot of things I've been through since I've been here. So what happened is that I went to the leasing apartment. I was trying to get another apartment because obviously the apartment that I am in was flooded out, but they said that I had to contact my insurance company for them to deal with it, because normally they would provide accommodation for persons who are displaced, or based on your living arrangement, or based on what is happening to your apartment, right? So I didn't know what to call. I didn't know nothing. And so I was frustrated because I wanted to be moved to another apartment based on how this one was looking, and the machines and all of that being in my apartment, which I'm going to be placing it in the video as well, or maybe a short. I'll be putting it in a short. So I had to sleep in the apartment the night after, which was the 6th. In the apartment, all these noise, all these machines going, all these here, the vent is open, the doors are open. I'm going to be inserting clips in the video to show all of that. And I had to be in there because I don't know, I felt like I was victimized by my leasing office, because I don't know what to do. And I was in back and forth dialogue with them in emails based on how I was experiencing and what I was experiencing and how I felt. Anyways, I don't know what transpired, but somehow I reached out to the insurance company. They wanted to verify with my apartment complex since I was displaced for real. And what happened next is that I was moved home. I got placed in a hotel. Yes, I was placed in a hotel for 2 weeks. So it actually took about two weeks and a half for my apartment fully put back together. I was placed in 2 hotels, by the way. So I stayed at Hilton, I think, and I stayed at, I will remember, I placed them in the video as well. So I stayed at 2 hotels. This goes to show that even in the midst of turmoil, God can actually make a different way. Like the scripture says, all things work together for good, right? So I was staying in an apartment. My stuff were in my apartment, so I had to be going back and forth. Mind you, at that time I wasn't driving, so I had to be taking Uber, and it was costing me much. The hotel life was kind of nice, but in terms of food preparation and all of that, it was not good, because I had to be eating takeouts most times. One of the hotel provided a kitchenette for me, so I was able to cook in that one. But mostly I was eating fast food. I felt uncomfortable because the things that I would normally do in my own comfort and my own space, I was having to adjust. So I stayed at 2 hotels. I stayed, I think, 1 week and some days at one, and then the rest at the other one. What happened with the other one is that it was close to the mall, and so it was opposite to the mall, and so I had opportunities where I walked over there, and that was kind of convenient for me to know the place, seeing that I just came and all of that. But in the midst of, I must tell you that it was after, I think I got booked in the hotel about the 8th of October. Yes, the 8th of October, and the 13th was when I was rushed to the hospital because and I will speak to that part in another video, because there were so many things would have happened to me since I've been here. But yes, it was the 13th that I was in the hospital, actually the night before my birthday. And so everything was happening. My transition here in this new country, living, yes, would have been one that was it was chaotic, and if it for a better word, it was chaotic. But I understood that in all of this, God was still working. So my apartment got fixed eventually. It got started out eventually, and I returned. As I said before, like the leasing manager for my apartment complex and we were back and forth at it with emails, because they wanted me to sign off some things that I felt like they were trying to put me in a compromising situation, that I should take responsibility in the event of some things. And we were back and forth, and even with persons working at the leasing office, it was a back and forth. And even my insurance company, they were something else. So change is good. Change is good, but sometimes changes can cause some it can cause some turbulent situation that you have to brace yourself for. And if you are not strong-willed, or if you are not what's that word that I'm looking for, if you don't have courage and all of that, the system will break you. It will break you. Not to discourage anyone, but I'm just giving my experience, because my experience was not a good one. But yes, my apartment got flooded out. I was displaced, and then I returned. I don't know if I'm leaving out anything, but because I'm trying to leave school at this point in time, I'll close the video, or I will add another part to it. So for now, I'm signing out. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And there are many things that I'm coming up with, guys. You have to stay tuned. Just watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and also subscribe. All right, have a great one.